Today we're going to be sharing how to design a custom van conversion in 4 simple steps. So you can take an empty van like this and transform it into something like this. Now this is obviously going to depend on what van you're building in. So hopefully you've already figured that out because there's about a bajillion videos out there on pros and cons of each single van. So hopefully you've already figured out which van you're building in. That's step number 1 before you even watch this video. So if you haven't done that kind of stuff, we have videos on our channel about that. Again, a million things on YouTube about it, and then come back and watch this one.
So step number 1 is determining whether or not you are gonna have a bathroom and a shower in your van. Hashtag potty talk. So for reals, most of our clients out of the 30+ vans that we have built now, we've only built 3 vans that have not had a built-in wet bathroom. And by wet bath, we mean an enclosed space that is a shower and where you have a toilet. Sometimes it's a built-in toilet. We've done a different variety of toilets. Sometimes it is just a cassette toilet that sits on the shower pan. So those typically take up anywhere from 36 all the way up to 52 inches front to back in the layout. So you can see here in this layout, we're doing our standard wet bath with the separate urine diverting toilet. It takes up 45 inches from the front to the back, and it comes out, it's actually gonna be set in 6 3/4 inches towards the driver's side wall from the center line of the van. It's approximately 27 inches from the outside of the van. So you can see where this piece of furring is, all the way to where this piece of furring is. That is the amount of space they are taking up in this layout for the wet bath.
Step number 2 is determining whether or not you want to ride extra passengers. Do you have kids? Do you have grandkids? Do you have friends you want to bring along? If you do, you're going to need to take a significant amount of space in the front of your van for seats. Now, this van doesn't have seats, but it is similar in concept because you would essentially take this same amount of space and put a bench seat here. Now, this will obviously vary on what style seat you are going to use. So we've done anything from like 30 inches all the way up to 50 inches in the front of the van. So we're talking from behind the driver's seat to typically the bathroom, but again, depends on if you decided on that. So if that's important to you, for us it was. We have children, so we put in a bench seat and took about 40 inches of space in the front of the van, which again, in a van, game of inches, that's a pretty big space. So if you aren't gonna be bringing people with you that often, I would say leave it out and make it extra storage.
So tip number 3 is determining the size of your bed. So there's lots of different bed options out there, whether you're gonna sleep front to back, side to side. Typical bed for us is 72 inches front to back. If you were taller, we've done all the way up to 78, 80 inches long front to back. Some of you are thinking you're gonna wanna sleep side to side. That's a great option as well. But just remember what is it you have to fit in that bed space. For example, plumbing and electrical primarily go underneath the bed. So if you tilt your bed, if you switch it and you're sleeping side to side, make sure you still have enough room underneath to fit your electrical and your plumbing systems if that is where they are going to go. Now, if you want to have a better reference on what our standard beach house layout looks like, which is what we're staring at right here, we do have our van guide bundle, which gives you access to all of the floor plans and layouts that we have done in our different custom van conversions over the years. We're up to almost 30 now at this point. So you can click the link down below if you're interested in that program. And it also gives you access to our private Facebook group, access to other people who are posting in there who are doing their own custom builds and DIYers, and also access to Sarah and I, where we love to answer questions that you guys have.
Step number 4 is fill in the rest. So once you figured out your big components, your bathroom, whether or not you're putting a seat in, your bed area, how big that's gonna be, you can kind of then engineer the rest of your van design about what's left over. How much space do you have for a kitchen? We typically do ours here at the sliding door. So how much space do you want to leave open to get in and out of the van? This client, just as an example of what's going on in this van, decided for a dry flush Laveo toilet. So our bathroom actually got a little bit bigger because we still have a 24 by 24 shower pan. They had a little bit of room left up front for a closet, still a good amount of storage. Our kitchen still needs to be installed, and we're gonna have one small upper here on the passenger side. And then this is a floor to ceiling cabinet that will have a fridge, a microwave, their electrical panel, so that'll have their servo, their switches, all that fun stuff up top. And then down below, they had one big drawer. So a lot of people think up front, engineer my whole van, I want to fit all these components XYZ, and then they realize they don't actually have the space. You actually need to reverse engineer it, figure out what you can actually fit with the space that you have. So this one is getting a Happy Jack bed lift system. They're not actually sleeping four in here. It is just so they can drop the bed down and sleep easily without converting the table bed area down here. But a lot of people wonder, can I have storage in my benches? The answer is typically no, because we do these very robust power systems. So this one has 810 amp hours of lithium, a 3000 watt inverter, and then all of our other components. So this is completely taken up by electrical components. And then on this side, our plumbing components. So we have a 33-gallon freshwater tank, our 2.5-gallon water heater, and then again, pumps, other components, all that good stuff. So typically these are going to be like your utility areas, and you have to figure out, can I actually fit everything I want to fit in these benches with the components I think I want to use? So again, you have to kind of reverse engineer, what do you want to fit and what can you actually fit? Hopefully this video helped. We can't wait to see what you create, and leave any questions down below, and we'll see you guys next time.